He'll start the return inside the stride. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Missouri's offense will have the football first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And, David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games, the team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and block out all the noise.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Quickly to the tight end. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. The Tigers have this offense rolling.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're bullets and you're expecting to get a sack, you're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers.
Goes upstairs. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Use the play fake, now to throw. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house it, but the defense tackles him at the 3.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
Snaps it in the shotgun. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The play action fake. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score, and let him on the return. It'll be third down. This crowd knows when to bring it. Bringing the heat. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. They'll play it safe and try for 3. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Willis. Under fire! That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll start this drive going to the air. He'll pull it down and run. Inside the 35. Breaks into the open. They run him out of bounds after a tremendous pickup on the play. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. With the run on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yards. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock 3rd and goal punt. He'll go to the sneak. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
I think it's a play call. That just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that 1st down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Missouri!
Make no mistake about it. Bring in the beef, right? Bring in all the extra offensive linemen, the tight end. You know what we're going to do. We're going to line up, and we are going to smash 4th and goal situation. They are successful playing a little bully ball with the big boys up front.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return.
On the set. 29 Phillies. 2-0.
He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Back to pass, it's Willis. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense trying to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Willis. Got his man quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got an open man. Once he got a snap, it was
guy's ability at that position. Quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's going to have such great stats.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They think there's room to run to the right here. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's 1st down again. To the ground, he's got it again. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get it before he gets started.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Gets it out across the 40, stopped short of the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 41, and might they choose to go for it here. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. How about that defense rising up and stopping it short on fourth down? Off-play action on first down. Gets it out fast. And you can see the offense. Feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Willis. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give on the inside. Smashes through the tackle. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. And the Huskers have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Two balls out behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looking to throw on third and goal. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. He'll keep it himself. Quick spin on the line. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get it. At the 41.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the pitch. Fighting off the defender. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Might as well give it to him again. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Holds and fires complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and he's that explosive.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Cutler. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. He leaves it with his back. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake. Now throw. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turn.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Fights off the defender. Makes it past the marker. Big play in the running game, and they get him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off play action. He's got him. Turning it on. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he makes the catch. Runs around, head to the goal line. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Willis. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. They're working that left side. Quick step and down. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
That is a total bust by the defense. You can't go out there with 6 DBs and allow a wide receiver to be that wide open, make the catch, and then even make a nice run after it. Somebody made a big mistake in the back end.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal for the offense. Looking to fire. Trying to find the end zone. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska.
And I love that this offense stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted it. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Oklahoma is trailing, but don't tell me this team can't come back. I once saw Jalen Hurts lead the Sooners back from 28-3 down. We'll see what they're made of today.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Can't get it to the ground. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways.
There he goes. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
And he's brought down after a nice game. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. The give to the lone running back. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So Then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. On first and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. Quarterback making checks. Snap in the shotgun. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point of the offense.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Back to pass, it's Willis. Tight end finds a soft spot. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man in the middle. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. We're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Wants to go up top on first down. Working the middle. Oh, what a big play for this offense if they get it to the 33-yard line.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yard. He gets a hand on it, and it's blocked. That's a live ball. Defense has it. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. He uncorks one deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second.
And he pumps it up inside the 20. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They start. Quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here after.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep getting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see blows, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Touchdown, Missouri! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game,
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Cornhuskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On that play-action fake, the action was the quarterback got clobbered after he faked the handoff.
It definitely didn't work. The fake is supposed to be the most important part of that, to try to get the guys to suck up just for a second. But you can tell the offensive line, they weren't able to hold their blocks. Defense got to him and got the sack.
He wants to take the top off. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Finds his tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. New set of downs after the completion. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Complete on the comeback.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking to throw again. And the Typical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Blunt. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement, a change impossible. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later.
Get set, get set.
Now they'll run the draw. Shakes off the defender. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Second down.
And the Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Willis. Snagged out of the air. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets it to him on the screen. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays. And now...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything. I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Purdue pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. A masterful road performance, or as Coach likes to call it, Boilermakers football. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
They'll send the back in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. 2nd down coming up. He might want another play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Using his feet to buy time. Going right and going deep. He's got it along sideline. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Missouri wants to go fast.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Connection to the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tiger. And they take it in for 6 more points. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And here's the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Willis. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what the defense is trying to do.
Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. On target over the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Cornhuskers are on the move. Fires to the tight end. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Almost had the completion and just missed it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Takes the easy one to the back.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got him downfield. Touchdown! And once he... Open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was another good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
He'll toss it. Got enough for the first down and wants more. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Spinderella. Got enough space.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards. He's in the zone right now.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, we've got a 2-possession lead.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to call on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Dropping back, it's Willis. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
He's got him this time. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Tackle is made, but how about the toughness with this junior just standing in the fire and delivering the ball? Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking left with the catch. It's Rich. At the 45 on its way. to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Rush is on him. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Runs through the tackle. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on first and goal. Here's a hit. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Looking for the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the touchdown, Missouri! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
The Huskers line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. He's got it down the middle. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it first and 10 at the 31. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Lofts one high and deep. Oh,
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled. And he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception. But they haven't been in sync. And nobody's played really great. And they've got to find an identity.
And the quarterback goes down. But there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage. And this may go against the defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
After the penalty backs him up, it's 3rd and 5.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
To throw, it's Willis. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Takes it on the shovel. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw again. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. This is a designed run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Blunt. Crosses the 30. He's got away. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Got it behind the line. It's Blunt. And he's able to bounce on one tackle for a solid pickup. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion.
And here's the third interception of the night. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And the defense playing pass all the way. They understand the situation beautifully. They've got to throw the football. They weren't fooled by the pass. They break on the football and get the interception.
Okay.
One more play to pad the stats.
Tuna. Igloo.
The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. He fires to the left side. He's got it! Off and running! And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.